So my Peter Pro Speedy Maniac here, NBA game picks and spreads. I do greatly apologize for any unfortunate mistiming. I checked the schedule earlier 3 times, and apparently for some reason my phone decided to open up Tuesday's schedule instead of today's, so little did I know, games had already started, so I do apologize for that. We have 2 games completed, 3 games in progress. And the next game starts at 6 p.m., so we'll start with that one, and then we'll go over the games in progress after we finish. With the Mavericks at the Grizzlies, Grizzlies by 1. I'm going to pick the Mavericks in the upset here. I think it should be a good game. Nonetheless, it should be fun. If Valanciunas plays in this one, Grizzlies probably should win, but I'm still going to go Mavericks here. Then you get the Suns, the Rockets. Rockets by 18.5 NBA TV, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific time. I'm going to go Rockets here. No Devin Booker, shouldn't be a problem. Rockets still fighting for playoff positioning in the West. Have something to play for. Hawks, Bucks. Bucks not really playing for much. Hawks not really playing for much either. Going strong into the offseason would be important for the Hawks. I'm going to pick the Hawks in the upset. Mainly being I think the Bucks start resting people. 2 games left. You want to go strong. You want to go healthy into the postseason, and that could be a big start to it. And you get the Magic at the Celtics. This game's up because it is hugely important. Upset here for the Magic almost guarantees their playoff spot. Virtually guarantees their playoff spot, in fact. But a loss here puts them in danger of falling out, possibly. I'm still going to pick the Celtics here as much as I want the Magic to win it. I think the Magic go 500 overall because I think they won the last game of the year. But I'm still going to go Boston here. They're not necessarily in position to catch the 76ers. I don't think they can. But they can, I believe, still fall behind the Pacers if they lose out and the Pacers win out. Celtics by 4.5. I think they win and cover. Then you have the Wizards at the Knicks. Wizards by 4. I think they win and cover this one. Bradley Beal being the difference maker. Clippers, Warriors by 11.5. The spread's going to be difficult here. I'm going to pick the Warriors to win this one, but I'm going to pick the Clippers to at least cover the spread. I think with the playoffs looming and a couple games with the Warriors having 2 games left after this, most teams after this only having 1 game left, I'm going to pick them to rest the starters. If they get a lead later in the game, I think the Clippers make a push, close the gap, and they get within 10. And then you got the Nuggets, it's Trailblazers. This game's huge. Playoff positioning as well. Warriors, I believe, have virtually locked up the number 1 seed unless they lose out and the Nuggets win out. But the Trailblazers desperately actually not desperately. The Trailblazers are still alive for moving up and down if they need to. Nuggets, I believe, are currently 2 games or a game ahead of the game and a half ahead of the Rockets, or yeah, a game and a half ahead of the Rockets. So a loss here could be huge and open up the door for the Rockets. Portland's fair by 7.5. I'm going to pick the Nuggets to win in the upset. Not so good on the road, but I think they do it here. Being that Trailblazers probably should focus just on being healthy, getting healthier, going into the playoffs. Nuggets have, I feel like, more to play for. Prove that they belong, even though people probably will highly disregard them in a matchup against the Rockets or the Warriors. Then you get the Pelicans at the Kings. Kings by 10.5. I think they win and cover. They could possibly push their season 500, but it's going to be tough. Still a good season compared to where most probably had them starting at the beginning of the season. Jazz, Lakers. Jazz, one of those teams fighting for the playoff spot. Like I said, with the Trailblazers, playoff spot is important. Jazz are only 1 game behind the Trailblazers. NBA TV, Utah favored by 12, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Lakers, no LeBron. I think the Jazz should handle it. The big matchups being Rudy Gobert and Rubio getting healthy. That's going to be important here. I'm going to pick the Jazz to win and cover. It's going to be close. As for the games already completed, we have the Heat losing to the Raptors in overtime. Great job by the Heat pushing the Raptors. Dwayne Wade getting standing O in Toronto. Very emotional moment. This loss, I believe, nearly eliminates the Heat from the Eastern Conference playoffs. I don't think they're technically eliminated yet because of certain tiebreakers Plus, with Detroit being currently 8th, and with a loss today, Detroit would be only 1 game ahead. They're still technically alive, but a win by Detroit could be huge. Best of luck to them. One last playoff run for D-Wade would be awesome. Spurs whooped the Cavs by 22. Probably a predictable game. Cavs really have nothing to play for. Spurs still have motivation. Biggest surprise there being the Spurs playing that well on the road. Would be good for them going into the playoffs if that continued. And then the games that are in progress. A stipulation we have been placed on ourselves, I should say, since the beginning of the season. If a game is in progress at the time of recording, then all games must be picked with whoever's losing. Currently, the Thunder are down to the Timberwolves, 83-92, with 2:37 left in the third. I'm going to have to pick the Thunder here. Interesting matchup. Sarge having a really good day, I believe. 5 for 7 from 3 or something like that. 4 threes in the third quarter. Incredible performance. Hornets, Pistons. Pistons currently losing by 18. I'm going to have to pick them to come back. I think they can do it, but they're going to have to control the boards a lot better than they have been already. And play better on-ball defense. Make the Hornets shoot worse shots. Simple method, but I don't know if they can do it. And that's Pacers, currently 7:19 left in the first. This game is close. It's 11-9. Currently Nets winning. Stipulation would have us picking the Pacers, who I think would have won anyway, but the stipulation, we follow the rules. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you are new. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.